Welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video and visiting my channel. If any parts of the message resonates, please feel free to like, comment, as well as subscribe. I never profess to be the best card reader on any social media platform. However, I do know how to read cards, and I am usually on point, so please don't ask me about divine feminines, divine masculines, portal spell work, or any of that other tarot bullshit. My readings are for informative purposes only and not to be taken as medical and or legal advice. I do read my cards literally as well as the energy, so the story does always reveal itself. Please remember the energy is not gender specific, excuse me, can refer to you, someone you know, someone you have known, or someone you will know. I am brutally blunt and politically incorrect, and so if at any point during this message you are offended, so sorry in advance, and please find yourself another tarot card reader because shit is not going to get better. Alright, so these, let's see. Alright, what we have? We have Temperance, so let's do Sagittarius. Alright, so Saggy. What do we have going on for the month of March for my Sagittarius out here? Let me know, let me know. And nothing but a, wait, ain't no thing but a chicken wine? That's what I'm hearing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wine. You got it. You got it. Somebody's like, you got it. So somebody is not arguing. Somebody is not going back and forth with someone anymore. Somebody is just like, you got it. Just go ahead, my youth. Alright, what do we have for March 26th for my Sagittariuses? Oh, wow. You really got it. Saggies are not saying a word. Alright, somebody is standing in their power for the month of March. Somebody is just like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not doing anything. What else we have here? Somebody started seeing somebody else as well. So somebody is talking to somebody else. So this is a situation where, say you were in a marriage or family. You had a family with somebody, okay? You had kids with somebody, and for whatever the reason, you all split up, okay? At one point in time, somebody could have been, you know, trying to work things out for the sake of the kids. And, you know, so somebody wasn't ready to break up either, possibly. So it could have been one person wanted to, you know, kind of cool things off or end things, while the other person still wanted to give things to go, possibly because of the kids. And one person is just like adamant, like, no, I'm cool. You could be wondering, Sagittarius, if somebody has started seeing somebody else, or somebody could be wondering this about you. Somebody has lost weight. Somebody is working out. Somebody is starting to look really, really good out here. You could have a little boy, so this could be like your son's father and everything. Could be coming back around or trying to work things out, or your son's father could be wondering if, you know what I mean, you have moved on to somebody else. You're just not arguing with someone. You're just not giving that person or giving this person the same type of energy that you used to, and somebody is very perplexed by that. Let me move these up. Somebody is very perplexed by that. Alright? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how come you're not calling me? How come you're not riding my jock? Like for real, what's going on over there? Also, this could be a situation too where you were in a relationship with someone, and perhaps you came into the relationship with a child, you know what I mean? And while you were in the relationship with this person, they, you know, were basically acting as, you know, the child's parents. This is somebody who was a parent to your child from an early age and everything, and because you guys broke up, either that person is not, you know, as active in that child's life as they once were. This could also be a situation where, because somebody is not somebody else's biological child, they are not allowing this person to see them. When I said that, I just got hot, so I'm on point. So somebody could be using a child as punishment, withholding access to a child as punishment. So this could be like, okay, you know, you guys had 2 kids together. So you came into the relationship with a baby. And so basically, you know, you got with this person when this baby, this little girl was a very young age and everything. And so this person, you know, basically played the part of daddy and or mother, and you guys ended up having a child together. Now that you guys are no longer together and all one parent, or because you guys are no longer together, now the other parent or a parent is restricting access to the child that is not biologically yours. Or you could be doing this to somebody, so not allowing them to see that person, like that's not your daddy anyway, or something like that. So somebody was trying to be bitter and or petty out here by, you know, withholding access. So if this person came to visit, you know, the kids, they would only be able to see the child that was biologically theirs and not the other child. Somebody was playing a nasty game. Somebody called themselves teaching you a lesson. Somebody was trying to be, you know, just especially petty or obstinate and everything about a situation. Somebody was really trying to hurt somebody in whatever way that they possibly could. It could now come to the point where the other parent, the parent that they were trying to hurt, is just like, well, fuck it, keep your baby then. Okay, that's cool. Keep your baby then. Don't worry about it. I don't need to see the baby. Just let me see my baby. Then how about that? I'm not going to help you with the other baby. I'm not going to whatever. Keep your baby then. Since that's the way you want to be, since it's not my baby anyway, okay, let me act like it's not my baby anyway. Yeah. This guy could be big, could be bigger. But first of all, both people are working out. So this could be a situation where there's a breakup, but still some type of feelings involved, or at least, you know, one person is cool with the breakup while the other one is, you know, like everything that they do and say is basically to get back at the person because the person left them or the person didn't want to be with them anymore. So somebody's been working out, somebody's been doing their thing, somebody is even dating somebody else and everything, you know, but I can't, you know, I'm sure, in this instance, if this is the case where somebody's like basically trying to be petty and get back at somebody else, they like the person all right, but, you know, this is somebody who could look good on paper and everything. So, you know, this is somebody that they use to basically get under the skin of the person who left them. Somebody still cannot get over that you left them or you just didn't want to deal with them anymore. Or this could be you with somebody else. But somebody told somebody to fuck their kid. Fuck you and fuck that baby. Maybe not in those words, but it definitely in actions and energy. Somebody is just like, whatever. Somebody refuses to be played and manipulated by somebody anymore. Somebody is not going to be asking somebody. The number 20 could be significant. The number 70 could be significant. 81, somebody could have been born in 81 as well. Somebody could have been born in 70. Somebody's name could be George. 2. Somebody could be Italian. So this is a situation where both people could have been big in the, you know, could have been bigger while they were in the relationship. You know, they weren't happy. And since they've been, you know, separated, both people have gotten themselves together physically. They seem to be doing better. At least one part, they seem to be doing better. Or, okay, so one person is actually doing better. You know, ever since they split up from somebody, they have been doing better. Their mental space is better. They're able to be more productive. They're happier. They're smiling, you know, wow. And I'm getting it's the man. So a man could have left a woman, and ever since he left this woman, he has been doing better in life. He feels better. He looks better. You know, he's just whatever. The woman, perhaps, you know, she's doing better, but this is more so like revenge body type of thing, you know, trying to get this man's, you know, attention or say, nah, see what you lost. You never should have left me type of situation. But their energy and their head is still on the person that left. Boundaries. Alright, so somebody is trying to establish boundaries now. Trust the signs and toxic love. Yeah, somebody is just like, they're not dealing with this person. So somebody is just like, yeah, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, you can see who you can see, but all that extraness, or you can do what you can do, or I want to see what I want to see, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to see you. I want to see the baby, but that doesn't mean I want to see you. Or if you want to see the baby, well then come see the baby. You don't have to come and see me and see what I'm doing, or that type of situation. So somebody realizes that a situation is no good for them. They realize that ever since they have left the situation, that things have been doing better for them. They've been doing better for themselves, and they're not going to take any type of chance of going back to a situation that almost broke them or killed them. Somebody knows that they mentally cannot handle being with someone. So this could be a situation where somebody loves somebody so much, loves somebody too much, or they love this person more than that person loves them. And the love will always kind of be like a lopsided love, where it's always going to be one person loves the other person more, and so it'll never really truly be equal and or balanced. Or somebody also realizes that, like, somebody, yeah, mentally cannot or spiritually cannot handle a situation, cannot handle a way of life, can't handle being with someone. And they just like, I'm just not even gonna get involved with that. Like, somebody is just like, I'm just not even about to get involved with that. Like, yeah, every time I deal with you, I end up losing. Or every time I deal with you, I gain a bunch of weight. I'm sad. I can't think straight. I can't work. I can't do anything. Like, I'm cool. I'm just not doing this anymore. So this is a woman that's saying this. Like, like, no. You mean me no good. And even if you do, this love is no good for me. So I'm just not even fooling with it. All right. What was the past energy for this? So we have the Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, somebody used to pray. See, you hear the dogs barking? Somebody used to pray that things would get better as well. Also, somebody could be getting some bad news that, somebody's health could be at risk, or somebody could be dying at this time. Or not at this time, but somebody could have gotten some news that they have a terminal illness. Or something to that effect. I'm sorry about, all that noise. That's my neighbor talking to the lady across the street that he's sleeping with while his wife is at work on the low. And all. So, we're going to let them have that little secret rendezvous real fast so I can get back to my fucking reading. Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, then that shit is so fucking disrespectful. Like, dude, it's not what you do, it's how you fucking do it. Also, somebody basically is getting some type of terminal illness. Somebody could be a lavender gen out here as well, on side note. All right, what is the current energy for my Sagittarius? Trust the signs, follow the guidance. But, yeah, somebody knows that they have to put up strong boundaries with somebody. Like, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not. Like, somebody is, and here's the thing. Whoever the person is that realizes now that they need to put up strong boundaries, they may have found somebody else, and they'll probably never love this person the way, never love somebody else the way that they love this person, but they realize that might be, but I'm not fucking with you. I might get hurt by somebody else, but it ain't gonna be by your ass. You know what I'm saying? So somebody is just like, no, and somebody could think that they're going to use the kids to wiggle their way back into a situation or back into somebody's heart. And somebody was like, you can come see the kids, but I'm not fooling with you. Somebody is not fooling. They're done. All right, what is the current energy with this? Well, apparently a lot. This is the first thing that came out. We have 7 of Cups, and then we have 6 of Coins in reverse. Also, somebody could have basically tried to play games with somebody's money. So this could be a situation where somebody was not sending money the way that, somebody wasn't sending money the way that they used to. So going back to what I'm getting heavily is somebody basically was like, I can't, okay. 5 of Coins. All right. So say you did break up with somebody and you have a baby, and say you had a baby going into the relationship, you know, when you met this person. Somebody where they used to take care of both kids financially and equally, that money kind of scaled back on the baby that wasn't theirs ever since y'all broke up. They're not giving the money to the child that's not biologically theirs the way that they used to. They're not checking for that child, you know, the way that they used to, because now you guys are not together. That is largely in part because somebody is going to do what they need to do in terms of making sure that their biological child has, you know, what it needs. So that way you don't really have a reason to take that, you know, take them to child support. But also, or somebody is doing what they need to do through the child or for their own biological child, perhaps because you did take somebody to child support and you put them on child support. So now it's like, all right, bitch, you want to put me on child support, so I'm only going to take care of my child now, whereas somebody was taking care of both kids. So actually somebody cut their nose off to spite their face. But in other cases, somebody is not sending the money that they once sent because they're trying to make sure that you're not going out and partying with the money. All right. And you want to know the crazy thing about this is I'm going to wait tonight because I have him on tape talking to the lady across the street saying he didn't know that she was going to be that good. Now this nigga knows that I have this shit and I will sit and blare this shit out of my fucking window right into his wife's bedroom window. Like, I don't understand why niggas be trying to play with me. But okay, because we going to play. We going to play, baby. And we gonna keep going and going and going and going and going. All right, so now what do we have to look forward to? What is the future energy for the situation? Oh, okay. We have 9 of Wands. And then we have 4 of Swords. Somebody was always cheating on somebody in the past, too. Somebody was always cheating on somebody and swearing that they were faithful. Somebody was always, you know, betraying somebody and swearing that they weren't, and somebody is just tired of that. Somebody, so this could be a situation where somebody is great in bed and that's how they were always able to wheel you back in because, you know, your sexual chemistry was just undeniable and everything. But somebody is, they realize that basically this person is their kryptonite. Also, somebody, I did say somebody could be passing, so there could be a loss this month, Sagittarius, as well. Also, you could find out that somebody either believes that their person was trying to kill them or poison them, or that is what somebody is actually trying to do. That somebody is possibly trying to poison and or kill somebody. So this could be a situation where somebody marries somebody for money and is trying to hurry up, and this person could be sickly, but somebody is trying to hurry up and hasten their departure to the netherworld, so to speak. All right, what do we have here? So let's see. Somebody was trying to block some messages. Somebody could be also so somebody knows that somebody is going to try to reconcile with them or come back around. You could be dealing with an Aquarius as well for the month of March. Sagittarius, somebody's going to try to reconcile a separation. Possibly somebody could possibly want to go to court and, you know, get remarried. So try to work something out. This is what you all tried to do in the past. Constantly trying to work out some type of so this could be a situation where you guys were on again, off again, breaking up, and then, you know, you guys break up, and then, you know, perhaps you leave or you disappear, whatever. Now this person wants to come back and, you know, work things out, and that, you know, basically, you know, you or the other person got used to that. That was just the ebb and flow of your relationship. That's what you all did in the past. Somebody used to pray to make, pray that this shit will work out. It felt like somebody's prayers were not being answered, or that, they weren't getting through to God as well. That's the reason why the situation never worked out. Somebody is also realizing now that it was God's will that the situation did not work out, because it worked out for the best for everybody. And so now somebody knows now that it was not God's will for you to be with someone, or for you to stay in a situation, or for you to do something. And so somebody is like, okay, I quit. Here it is. Somebody is giving it to the Lord. Somebody gave it to the Lord, and God basically is telling this person, like, stay the fuck away from them. All right. We have currently, what do we have? Somebody was out here tricking somebody. So somebody could have caught some messages or saw some messages, or somebody could be finding out that somebody is basically out here tricking on somebody else, that somebody basically does have a side baby as well. So somebody was juggling homes, juggling relationships, and that's the reason why a relationship never worked out between you and this person, is because somebody was, always had their shoes underneath somebody's bed. So this could be a situation where somebody married you, but they were always cheating on you, or somebody made you the main line, but they always had like side people that they were dealing with. Also, somebody caught something, or somebody is finding out that they've caught something. Somebody is waiting to see if they've caught something. Somebody could have possibly dealt with somebody in the past, or somebody that they used to deal with. So somebody could have tried to reconcile or reconnect with an ex, and could have been out there messing about, and so now somebody thinks that they have something. Somebody has abdominal pains and stomach cramps as well. Yeah, they could be coming out about that. All right, what else do we have here? We have, so somebody is stuck. Somebody also could have their car could have broke down going over to somebody's house as well. Somebody also could have gotten pregnant, or so this could be a situation where somebody was dealing with somebody and they could have conceived while having intercourse with somebody, but at the same time somebody also contracted a disease that is not going to make this pregnancy viable. Or there could be complications in the pregnancy or something like that, and somebody could be, trying to figure out whether or not they should terminate the pregnancy. This could also be a case where it comes out that somebody did terminate a pregnancy in the past. So this could be a situation where, your person was cheating on you. That's the reason why your relationship never worked out, because somebody was always sleeping around with different people, and they could have given you something. Now, the person that the person that they actually got something from, they could have gotten pregnant. And somebody could be going to court, divorce court or whatever. Somebody could have messages. Somebody put somebody up in a house. Somebody was dealing with a Leo, or somebody was in a marriage, or somebody was married to a Leo or in a relationship with a Leo. But somebody could have been paying for somebody's house. Somebody could have had a child with somebody, and was keeping it a secret from the other person, and you could have found this out, Sagittarius, or somebody found this out about you, and that could be definitely coming out. All right, what else we have? All right, so if something is not your baby, so somebody could have thought that they had a baby by you, or you thought that you had a baby by somebody else, or like I said, this could be your significant other. It turned out not to be this person's baby. All right, we have choke and pull, and we have swinging from female to female. Somebody is a whore. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, somebody was just stringing you along. So somebody is a whore out here. Somebody is sexually, they have a very voracious appetite. Somebody is very hard to please. Somebody needs variety. All right, so somebody was going in between you and somebody else as well. Somebody likes to be choked during sex too. Also, this information could come out because the person who was cheating on you, they could have gotten into it with their side person or whatever. So this could come out where somebody, so your person could have went out there and fucked about and thought that they had a baby, right? Because their little side person came and told them, hey, I got a baby, this is your baby and everything. And so they were trying to keep it a secret from you, or trying to keep it undercover. So they could have been out here paying this person, taking care of this person, all without you knowing, you know, in an effort to keep you from finding out. So this could be like, or a married man went out there and had a side baby with his mistress, had a side baby with his mistress, and had a side baby with his mistress. It was trying to keep his person from finding out, you know, about it. And so basically he, you know, split his money between you and the other person. And he was paying for this person's apartment, he was paying for this, he was paying for that, and it turned out not to be his baby after all this money and time that he has spent. Even after the, you know, you could have found out about it, or it could have ruined a relationship. This person could have put their hands on the other person, and that's why you're finding all these things out now. Like, you put your hands on the wrong person, because I'll call and I'll tell it everything. And so somebody could be, you know, having an experience like that for the month of March. You about to get all the juicy details about somebody's misdoings. All right, what else we have for my Sagittarius for the month of March? All right, so this could have happened last week. Something could be happening. All right, so yeah, last week, past couple of days, Polly in reverse, and it's her nigga. All right. Somebody was definitely out there cheating. Somebody was lying and saying that they weren't cheating as well. Somebody could find out that a baby was, so somebody thought that they were the father of a child, and it turns out, or will turn out, that that baby is not theirs, and that that baby is was their side nigga. So there's a wife out here, or there's a girlfriend who had a side nigga and could have possibly have gotten pregnant by this person. So this could also be a situation where somebody contracted something and they thought that, you know, their person had given it to them, when in actuality it could have been their side person. So somebody could have went and told on themselves too for the month of March. Like, you gave me something, da 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 da, and this person knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that they've not been with anybody, they didn't have anything, they've not contracted something, and it wasn't until, so somebody now knows, what's the word? Both parties know what each other was doing, I guess. Or you're not as innocent, somebody is not as innocent or as righteous as they made themselves out to be. Like, somebody could have, you know, because you got caught cheating in the past, now you were always the villain, you were always the person who, you know, wasn't to be trusted in the relationship and everything. But what this other person is not mentioning is that they too have had, you know, side dealings or relationships and everything. And so, you know, it's very possible that if there was some type of, you know, like STD and everything, that it wasn't the man's fault. It could have been a woman's fault, because she too was cheating, and maybe she started cheating after, you know, her person cheated on her. But however it goes down, there was, you know, cheating on both sides. And so one person is not, you know, or is as guilty as the other person. And so now the other person's misdoings could be coming out as well. So anyway, I hope that helped. Please don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe. And until the next time, deuces.